everyone, Ms. Desario again. I think you guys know the drill. These are our video notes for lesson 1.6, the Middle Colonies. The objective for today is students will be able to identify the economic, political, and social characteristics of the Middle Colonies. So we're going to take a look at the center colonies today. Okay, so today is our focus on the Middle Colonies, and we are focusing on Delaware, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and New York. These are our Middle Colonies. Our Middle Colonies were established for economic opportunity as well as religious freedom. So remember, New England was started for religious freedom. The Middle Colonies were both economic and religious. So let's discuss the political characteristics of the Middle Colonies. Right here you see William Penn receiving the charter for Pennsylvania. We can see where Pennsylvania got its name from William Penn, from King Charles II of England, and that's what we see happening right here. Now, the Middle Colonies were a little bit unique in the fact that they had not only direct democracy, which we talked about in lesson 1.5. So again, direct means that everyone participates. And by everyone, we mean males. Women did not have the right to participate in government yet. And white males, African Americans, also did not have the ability to participate in government yet. But they also had what was known as a representative democracy. And a representative democracy is when you elect someone to represent you in the government. We, in our country today, have a representative government. We elect state legislatures to go to Washington, D.C., and we elect a president. The economic characteristics of the Middle Colonies. As you can see in our picture right here, we have New York Harbor. One of the main characteristics, economic characteristics of the Middle Colonies is going to be trade and shipbuilding. Both New York and Philadelphia both had large ports, meaning that trade was very good in those two areas. They were also, because of trade, they were large commercial centers, meaning that there was a lot of business that took place in these areas. In addition to that, because they had so much commercial and because they had so much industry, they were very much a proprietary colony, meaning individual owners. This is important. This individual ownership idea and concept is very important. And the Middle Colonies were also known to have middle-sized farms. So whereas New England had small farms, in the Middle Colonies, you could have farms that were a little bit larger. They weren't necessarily plantations, but you might be able to feed a small amount of people or small groups of people from one farm. The social characteristics of the Middle Colonies, if you take a look at our painting here, actually it's a wood carving here to the left This is a wood engraving of family life among Dutch settlers in the mid-Atlantic colonies. And this is important because it shows a couple of things. One, it shows that they're artisans, right? This was a wood engraving that was created at the time period, and so it shows this artistic ability. Two, it shows how diverse it was. So we know that the Middle Colonies were made up of Dutch from our art here to the left, but also German and English as well. And there were other groups, but these were the primary three groups. It was extremely religious tolerant. There was a lot of religion and economic freedom. And you found different types of religions. So you found Quakers, Huguenots, and Presbyterians, also Jewish. And they were very middle class, which you can also see by this carving here. It seems what looks like the head of the household at the time period smoking by a fire. You can see dishes on the back wall. You can see a mantle. Children are playing. Looks like there is a woman over here cooking something or putting something on a table. So it looks like a very middle-class lifestyle based off of this carving. So to sum up the Middle Colonies and what we discussed today, politically they had both direct democracy where everybody or white males participated, and representative democracy where they would elect someone and they would go and participate in the government for them. They had economic opportunities. Both New York City and Philadelphia were major seaports, so they were known for trade and shipbuilding. They also were known to have medium-sized farms as well as a lot of commercial industry. In addition, the social characteristics of the Middle Colonies was extremely diverse. You had the Dutch, English, and Germans, religious tolerance. You had a variety of different religions, and very much a middle-class artisan culture.